Now, people don't talk about this, but is the 401k one of the biggest financial scams ever created? Have you ever stopped and wondered why so many people spend 40 years contributing to a 401k only to reach retirement and discover they still don't have enough money? Now, before anyone gets upset, let me be clear. I'm not saying a 401k is always bad. In fact, if your employer offers a match, you should probably take advantage of it. And the earlier you contribute to a 401k, the more time you have to let that money compound. But today, I want to explore a question that more people should be asking. What if the 401k isn't the retirement miracle we've all been told it is? In fact, what if one day we look back and realize it was one of the greatest financial bait and switches in history? Let's talk about four reasons why. Reason number one, it transfers retirement risk to you. Let's start with a little history. Years ago, many workers had pensions. A pension meant your employer took responsibility for helping fund your retirement. You worked, they invested, and when you retired, you received a monthly paycheck. If investments performed poorly, it wasn't your problem. If the market crashed, that wasn't your problem. If people lived longer than expected, that also wasn't your problem. The company carried the risk. Then came the 401k. Suddenly, the responsibility shifted. Now you are responsible for choosing investments. You are responsible for market performance. You are responsible for figuring out how much to save. You are responsible for making sure the money lasts 20 or 30 years after retirement. Think about that. Corporations got rid of a massive liability and handed it directly to you, the worker. Most people aren't professional investors, yet we're expected to make retirement decisions that could determine whether we thrive or struggle in our later years. Reason number two, Wall Street gets rich no matter what. Here's something many people don't realize. Every year, fees come out of your account. Maybe it's a 0.5%, maybe it's 1%, maybe it's 2%. Those numbers don't sound like much, but over decades, they can cost you hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Let's say two people invest the exact same amount for 40 years. One pays low fees, the other pays higher fees. The person paying higher fees could end up with hundreds of thousands of dollars less at retirement, not because they made bad decisions, not because the market performed differently, but because the financial industry took a slice every single year. And here's the interesting part. Wall Street gets paid whether your account goes up or down, whether you retire comfortably or not, whether you reach your goals or not. They collect their fees first. You get whatever's left over. That's why some critics argue the 401k became one of the greatest wealth transfer systems ever created, from workers to financial institutions. Let's talk about reason number three. Your money is locked away for decades. Now let's talk about access. Imagine you're 35 years old, you have $200,000 sitting in your retirement account. An incredible business opportunity appears. A real estate investment, maybe. Maybe you want to retire early. Maybe you simply want more flexibility. Too bad. For most people, accessing that money before retirement age means penalties and taxes. Think about how strange that is. It's your money. You've earned it. You took the risk to invest it. But if you want to use it before you're in your 60s, the government often takes a significant bite out of it. Taxes, I get, but a 10% penalty on top of the taxes? Come on. Meanwhile, many wealthy individuals build assets that generate cash flow today. Businesses, real estate, dividend portfolios, income producing assets, assets that provide freedom now, not decades from now. The 401k asks you to delay enjoyment and access for 30 or 40 years and simply hope everything works out. Reason number four, it was never intended to replace pensions. Here's the part that shocks many people. The 401k was never originally designed to become America's primary retirement plan. It was created as a supplemental savings vehicle, a supplement, not the main course. Yet over time, pensions disappeared and millions of Americans were told, don't worry, just contribute to your 401k. The problem? Many people don't save enough. Many start too late. Many panic during market crashes. Many don't understand investing. and many reach retirement with far less income than they expected. So we've replaced a guaranteed income system with a self-managed investment system and then act surprised when millions of retirees are struggling. That's not necessarily because people failed. It's because the system itself was never designed to carry that much weight. Here are some final thoughts. So, is the 401k a scam? Well, that's for you to decide, but here's what I believe. The real danger isn't having a 401k. The real danger is believing a 401k alone will solve all of your financial problems. The 401k should be the safety net, not your main source of income in retirement. The wealthiest people rarely rely on a single source of income. They build multiple streams. They own income producing assets. They create cash flow. They diversify their investments. And most importantly, they don't put their entire financial future into one bucket. So maybe the better question isn't, should I have a 401k? Maybe the better question is, what assets am I building outside of my 401k so I can create freedom long before retirement? And that question might be worth far more than your account balance. If you want to build an income building asset in your spare time without investing capital, be sure to check out our partner program on www.income-automation.com. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.